Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cape Time, and we are here to discuss the final episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I have many thoughts. Tom, how are you doing?
I'm well. I'm well. It's wrapped up. It's over. The 6 episodes are over. We got through WandaVision. We got through Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And now we have to wait throughout the month of May to get to Loki. So the next month or so, we're gonna have to find new content to spin out there, I guess you can say. But yeah, overall very happy with the show, and this episode, yeah, it was good. It was a good finale. I'll say that it was a good finale, and I'm happy with it. And the future looks bright. And I think before we get into this episode, I think we should just say outright they're making a fourth Captain America movie, which is directly related to this finale. So yeah, they announced it, sort of. It was more reported. Marvel didn't announce it, but all the big trade sites reported it. So that's happening, and awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm totally thrilled with that, and it sounds like that it actually might be getting fast-tracked, which would be very interesting.
Yeah, probably.
It might end up getting a late 2022 release in place of Blade, actually, which would be very interesting. And I have no problem with that because it's not like Blade's getting like pushed back really far. It would only get pushed back to like beginning of 2023 seemingly. And you know what? That makes the slate even more crazy because 2022 is the year we always talk about with all the Marvel movies, but 2023 is looking like it'll be just as stacked if they do that. I mean, you're talking a year filled with Fantastic Four, Blade, Deadpool 3, Guardians 3. I mean, it's going to be a crazy year too.
Yeah, the Marvel slate and even the DC slate, like all the superhero movies that are going to be coming out and shows within the next 2-3 years, it's ridiculous. And like there's a bunch of stuff that hasn't even been announced that's going to be coming. So it's crazy. And Captain America is too big to be held onto the TV screen. Everyone knew that eventually we would get a new Cap movie. Captain America belongs on the big screen. So I'm very happy with that. I think Disney Plus is going to be more for the side characters, and kind of giving them some development. And then so Captain America 4, man.
Yeah, that'll be cool. But and they're bringing back the same writers that did Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so good for them. That's really awesome that they're giving them more
Makes sense.
Marvel. Yeah, no, they did a great job, and I'm gonna be honest, I have very little complaints with the show overall and with the finale. I'm in the minority here, seemingly. Or let me rephrase. Not in the minority. I'm against the critics. A lot of the fans agree with me, and I think the critics are dead wrong on this episode. They gave it like a 59% maybe on Rotten Tomatoes, and that's just bullshit. I'm telling you right now, that's the biggest load of bullshit I have ever seen in my life. Like, it's not a 59% at all. Like, at worst, and I mean this very genuinely, I'm adamant about this, it's not worse than an 85, and I mean that. And for me, I genuinely believe that's the worst you can give it. To me, it did every single thing it needed to. It wrapped up every story. It had all the action you possibly could have asked for. The choreography was fucking sick. The score was really impactful. The story was so impactful. The monologue and dialogue was so fucking good throughout that whole episode. I mean, it gave me everything I needed. Like, well, the only good thing I possibly could have changed, which I told you already, is I would have wanted the scene with I forget the name of the old man that Bucky talks to, but I would have wanted that scene to be extended, and that's literally it.
Don't cut out of it.
Like, that's literally the only change I would have made to that entire episode. And that's not enough to knock off 40 fucking points like Rotten Tomatoes did. And I don't even think that's why they gave it 40 off, obviously. But for me, like, that's the only real issue. And the Flag Smasher stuff, I will agree. It maybe, in the end, honestly, I thought it was going to fall flatter than it did. But I ended up thinking it's less about the characters necessarily being super deep in that group. and it's more about what they're fighting for as opposed to the characters themselves being these crazy complex people. And even Carly, though, she's a complex character herself, but the rest of them, I don't care if they're not that complex because the cause is there. You know what they're fighting for. And that's the whole central message of this show that Sam is trying to push across. And without that, the show really would fall flat. So I don't know why anyone would complain about that arc. I mean, it's quintessential to the entire show.
Yeah. It's definitely not a 59. Let's get that out of the way. It's definitely not.
Well, that's if anyone says it's a 59, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
It's a good episode. It's a good episode. It's not. It's not my favorite episode.
I think it's my favorite. I'm gonna be honest.
It's not. It's not my favorite. I think my favorite would be. That's good. That's a good question. Probably like.
4 is pretty close.
4, where John Walker decapitates the guy.
That whole episode was good. 4 is up there.
That's up there. I'll go through and pick it. You know, the Madripoor episode was really cool as well.
That was a pretty good episode.
That was a pretty good one. But yeah, I don't think 6 is my favorite, but it's definitely not bad or anything. It's a good episode. It's and it got the job done. You know, it's not really about how it ends. It's more about the journey usually with superhero stuff.
Well, even so, like what would you have changed about the ending? I just don't get what people wanted to be different.
I actually just wish it was longer, to be honest.
Well, even so, you don't need it to be longer if they get everything done. I mean, they got it all done perfectly. Like, I'll say the episode did fly by. Like, when it got to the end, I was like, oh shit, that was fucking fast.
Yeah,
but,
I was like,
whoa, but they did everything they needed to very cohesively. Like, it didn't feel like they didn't have enough time to finish it, like, at all. Like, it was all done exactly the way it needed to be. Again, outside of maybe Bucky's ending, but that's such a small thing for me, because even that ending, like, I still felt the emotions from that, even with it being so short, which tells me how much I cared about that character. Like, in that short glimpse of them talking, I was like, I'm about to fucking cry. Like, this is just hard to watch.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, should have been just a little bit longer.
What would you have added with that time?
I would have just added more scenes, like, at the beginning and at the end, to be honest. Like, at the beginning, I would have liked a scene with Walker, just, could kind of say, like, basically to say, hey, this is my opportunity to make right, to redeem myself a little bit and make it right. And,
that wasn't exactly what he was doing, though. Not at first, at least. At first, he went in ready to fucking kill. That was a very different.
Or just like to kind of, I think like a scene at the beginning where, like you said, he comes in and he goes there with vengeance on his mind. He comes there to kill Carly, right? And so, but then like he sees all this chaos around him, and he just kind of goes back to like, I'm a soldier first, and he goes back to that moment when Lamar said the reason why you're a good Captain America is because you make good decisions in the heat of battle, right?
Well, yeah, but the problem with that is you can do the entire episode.
No, you can do a scene. You can do a scene where he's like, at the beginning he's out for vengeance, but like he just has like this reminder that, hey, this is more of an opportunity to save people, and he ends up trying his best.
No, I know people. He does, and that's what I like. But the thing is, he doesn't really think about that at all until that moment, though, and I think that's part of what lends it to the strength of that moment. Personally, I mean, even just the beginning intro with him, like, I'm happy we didn't get anything with him. Like, I love how it felt so much more like impactful and out of nowhere when you just hear him, Morgenthau, and I'm like, oh shit. And you just see him walking in ready to fucking do damage, and I'm like, that's it. Like, that entrance was so good for me. I loved it. I wouldn't have wanted to see him in the beginning. For me, waiting till that was exactly what I wanted, because I was just like,
I'm very much looking forward to more John Walker.
Oh, he's awesome, man. Why? That was such great casting.
I think we should talk about John Walker a little bit. He's not.
Oh, of course.
He's not a bad guy.
He made that clear this episode. He's not just a villain.
He's not a bad guy.
And I'm surprised.
He's not a great guy. He's
No,
like
but I did
he's
not think it was going to go in that direction, honestly. I didn't.
he's like this morally gray area that leans more towards good. Like and like people expected him to be like a racist or something, and it's like,
Well,
but
that was just but
no, you're just projecting because he's just a knockoff Chris Evans, and they think, oh, he's supposed to be evil Chris Evans. He's not evil Chris Evans. He just looks similar, and that was kind of the point. But whatever. No, he's actually somewhat of a decent guy. He's a good soldier. He's a good soldier. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, but he's a good soldier. But he's kind of unhinged. That's the word. He's unhinged. Like, he doesn't. Even though Lamar said he makes good decisions in the heat of battle, that's not necessarily true. He's power hungry. He has a big ego. He's very Controlling. But overall, he's not a bad guy. He doesn't have villainous intent. He just
yeah, no, I agree.
he
He's
just
trying
doesn't
to do
have
the right thing.
he doesn't have those hero characteristics either. Well, he does, but he's not Steve, really. He's not Steve.
Again, but that's the thing. Almost no one is Steve, and that's where
Yeah.
you get into that. What this whole
And
series has
that's
been
why-
about, like how much pressure is on John Walker.
Yeah, and also it's like there's a reason why Falcon is the perfect fit to become Captain America.
But that's what the whole monologue was. That's what cemented.
If you think about it, he's quite close to Captain America in terms of his leadership ability.
No, of course. No, he is Captain America. Like, again, I went into the series saying the show should have one big goal, and that's making me care more about Sam and showing me that this guy really is Captain America and not Falcon in a Captain America suit. Correct. It's more than that, and you can see that.
He's straight up Captain America.
Exactly. So, like, I'm sold on him now. Going into the show, I was not sold. Now I'm sold.
Yeah, he's Captain America. That's not even that's not a question. That suit, by the way, that's tremendous. That is tremendous costume design.
That's one of my favorite fucking suits.
Yep, I can't wait.
Dude.
I can't wait to see what they do with Daredevil when they give him a redesigned suit.
My most anticipated suit is without a doubt the Moon Knight suit.
That's gonna be.
I am
sick. Because they just do the comic book suit. They're like, yeah, let's figure out a way to bring the comic suit to life. Just making it look, practical and realistic at the same time. And they do a good job. They find that happy medium between going full on comic book where it can get ridiculous and making it functional, practical, and it just works in live action. It's very hard to translate certain stuff to screen, to the big screen, to live action. This one translates tremendous.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, man. They killed the suit.
Great suit.
I'm thrilled with it, and again, I'm thrilled with this entire episode. And another part of it that I really, really loved was they killed the Isaiah Bradley stuff again, man. I love the casting with him. I can't imagine him playing Isaiah Bradley. Like, he really does throughout the whole show feel like this bitter old man. Wait, what? Oh, you teared up?
Yeah, I teared up a little bit. That was good.
I did too, man. It was, and the thing is, this whole series, he's the bitter old man, and that makes the ending so much, like, you really feel like he is this bitter guy who's just so upset with the world, and it's obvious he's rightfully upset, and seeing him get what he deserves in the end, and having that statue in the Captain America Museum, it's so beautiful, and you can just see, like, the joy on his face. Like, it's like, I didn't do this all for nothing. I'm finally getting recognition for all this. And it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. And it just shows you again why Sam is Captain America. This guy knows the right thing to do at every turn. And I am thrilled. And I'm excited also to see eventually, because we all know that this is going to happen, Eli going to end up being a young Avenger as the Patriot. So that's going to be really awesome at some point. There's a lot of stuff to be excited about from this show, and although this show doesn't have, again, unlike WandaVision, which had such a big scale, the scale of this show is a lot smaller, but I don't even care. Like, it works the way it is in this contained story, of course, and I'm thrilled about that. And I'm really interested to see what they do with some of these characters because there's so much more they can explore, and it's awesome.
Really, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this episode, I'd just like to say, I
Yeah,
think I think Peter Parker did a tremendous job helping out while this was
yeah,
all going on. Tremendous job, Peter.
of
You
course.
really were on top of it. You did a great job, Peter.
Wait, and he was in New York too.
Yeah.
I didn't even think
Well, man,
about that.
you got to think about like he lives in Queens, and this all happened in like the span of like a few hours.
He
So
has webs.
yeah, it would have been difficult, but it should have made an appearance. Should have got, but the Sony contract, it was the Sony boundary that
And
stopped
no
that.
one thought to call him.
Pete, need a little help here. All right.
What was he doing?
Whatever.
A math test?
Matt Murdock could have helped too, but whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever. All right. But also, I love how like when Falcon crashes into the building and they ask, and he goes, "Who are?" He goes, "Who are you?" He goes, "I'm Captain America." I love how assertive he was. He was like, "Dude," he was like, he straight up owns. He straight up owns it now. He's like, I'm Captain America now. Don't.
Yeah, and he
No.
knows, man.
Like he didn't hesitate. He's like, I'm Captain America. He like
Mhm.
he fully has embraced who he's going to be now. So which is really
Yeah,
cool. So
it's fucking awesome, man. I just could. I don't know what. I just don't know what anyone could possibly want to change. Almost, it's so good, man. It's so good in this episode. I am so happy with the way they concluded, and like you said, man, the wait between now and Loki is gonna freaking kill me.
yeah, we gotta
Oh,
find out ways to.
I'm so upset that they freaking pushed it back, man. It drives me nuts. Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna do some like older reviews, like how we reviewed the Raimi trilogy, and like we should do
yeah.
we should do like reviews and news, obviously, and like weekly news episodes, like news recaps. It's gonna be an interesting month, without new content, but whatever. Without new content, but whatever. We move, we move. Hawkeye wrapped filming too. Congratulations to them.
Yes, they
Uh,
did, which is really great.
uh I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
hmm All right, getting into the episode. uh, yeah, you're better at recapping than I am because I ramble.
All right. Well, we start this episode off with Bucky walking into the scene in New York and Sharon in disguise as if she's a Skrull. So that was cool.
hmm
Where did he even get that tech, man? That tech is so cool. She can just like go from a secret
There is
agent
something
male
that
to
doesn't make
Sharon
sense.
Carter.
There is something that
What?
doesn't make sense with the Sharon face mask thing
Yeah.
scene. She's wearing the mask. She takes it off.
Yeah.
Bucky says, "What are you doing here?" Right? And then she says, "Relax, nobody's looking for me." If nobody was looking for you, why are you wearing that? Yes. Hello?
I
Hello?
was hoping you'd keep talking for a while. Didn't work.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I had to make a quick move, but I'm back. Sorry. But you were saying how the technology makes no sense, but
No,
didn't
no, no, no,
they
no, no,
use?
no, no, no,
Oh
no,
no,
no, no. That's not what I said.
I
Here's
had to
what doesn't.
leave.
Here's what didn't make any sense, Luke. I'm gonna tell you now. So
Okay, go.
Sharon's wearing the mask, right? And Bucky walks up. She reveals herself, and she goes, "Relax. Nobody's looking for me here. If nobody was looking for you there, why are you wearing the facial technology?"
You're overthinking this. She means that as in no one suspects that I'm here to begin with, so there's not a group of people searching for me in New York. But if I
Uh,
take off the mask and they recognize me, yeah, no shit, they're gonna fucking go after me.
Whatever. It's just a small nitpick. It's just a
It's a dumb
small nit.
one, but it's okay.
It's a small one. It's not. It's not a big one. But yes, she
It
shows
made,
up. She shows up. She's there, and then she does stuff.
yeah. What's it called? From there, I'm trying to think. After that, we just get right into Falcon or Captain America
Yeah, he
rather
just
now.
crashes right in there. He's like,
Yeah, the first scene we get with him, he just throws the shield towards the camera and it goes into the building and it's freaking awesome. I love that shot. And
yeah, it's
we get
just
our
like,
first look at the suit and all its glory, and it like we said, it delivered, man. The suit was everything we could have asked for, and I'm fucking pumped right now. So pumped just thinking about it. And again, all the action this episode was some of the best I've seen in like Marvel, man. It was so good.
yes, and a bit of a complaint I have is they brought back Batroc the Leaper, and
Yeah.
he doesn't really do anything.
Well, he died.
Yeah, he died. That's it. That's about it.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
who
he was there to
he's
die.
he's there. He was literally there to just be a physical threat, and obviously, because Falcon's Falcon or Cap's Cap, I gotta get used to saying he's Cap, is such a fucking badass. He just took care of him. That's all it is. I wouldn't
Wow.
overthink it that much.
They
This
should
guy
have
ain't
had
exactly this guy ain't a deep character. He's a killer for hire. That's all he is.
they should have had a longer fight. That's all I'm saying. Whatever.
Okay,
We
but
move.
whatever
We
floats
move.
your boat.
So Sharon, my bad. Wow, I almost said Shannon. Drunk Tom apparently. She's the power broker.
Yeah,
All
she
right.
is.
She is.
You see,
That was
what
kind.
pisses me off is like people are like upset about that. It's like it's so obvious. And I'm like, just because it's obvious doesn't mean it's fucking bad. Boy, because it wasn't a big reveal and not everything you wanted means it wasn't good. People need to grow the fuck up sometimes, man. It's so sad, honestly.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm
Like,
interested.
who cares? Like,
I'm interested to see
fine.
why she went down this path, and just to get a little bit more meat and potatoes on her arc after Civil War. Obviously, she didn't get the pardon, right? So like she's been hanging out in Madripoor and she's built like this empire, and so she's doing seemingly pretty bad stuff. So it's like, wow, she's come a long way since Winter Soldier, Captain America Winter Soldier. So I'm very interested to see, why necessarily. Like, I get that you don't have the pardon, but like, think you might be going too far in some places. But like, she's becoming almost like a Kingpin-esque character, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. She's
No, you're
building
right.
an empire. She's building an empire. She's supplying super criminals with some shit. Apparently, she supplied the Flag Smashers with some stuff. Carly. It was revealed that Carly came to Sharon, and helped, and Sharon obliged, apparently. So, this is something that's going to be very interesting in the future. It's not something that got a full explanation now. It seemed like the Power Broker was more of a background kind of side kind of future setup kind of character. It doesn't feel like she was supposed to be the big bad in this one. Now that was clearly the Flag Smasher arc stuff. So like, I think she's going to be in Armor Wars. I think that seems to be the logical, explanation and the logical conclusion. That's where you're going to see her next.
I would agree. That would probably be a logical place to bring her in. They're also bringing Justin Hammer, I think, in that.
Yeah, they better. Sam Rockwell.
And then Riri Williams too, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these MCU heroes react when they find out what Sharon's actually been up to.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Like,
going to be
she could also be like, you could also see her be the villain in Captain America 4.
I don't think she's going to be the villain. She could be a villain.
Or like
a leading villain, but
yeah. Like, you could see something. You could see her showing up there. Armor Wars and Captain America 4 are the two that make the most sense. Obviously, she's supplying people with shit, so Armor Wars makes sense. It's gonna be interesting to see how Rhodey reacts. Can't wait. I can't believe Rhodey's getting his own show. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty. Awesome.
But yes, I did pull up the Wikipedia because we're very forgetful people. It happens.
We don't got to touch on every single detail
No.
because that's what we do in the beginning. We discuss a
Yeah.
lot of it. So
Yeah.
just go through the stuff you feel we need to discuss.
Yeah. So Sam Wilson is trying to, appeal to Carly, and then Sharon shoots Bartrock, the leaper. Is it Bartrock or Batrock? I can't pronounce. Whatever. He's dead anyways, so not like I'll have to pronounce his name ever again, unless we do a Captain America Winter Soldier review, which we probably will one day. But yes. So yeah, and then Sharon shoots Carly. Boom.
Yeah.
Say boom. Say boom, Luke.
Boom. Same boom.
Dead. She's dead. And then she dies right in Sam's arms. And, you could see the compassion that Sam has. He was just holding her. And Sam didn't want her to die. Sam was trying to, talk her out of this stuff and help her out. And that's one of the main reasons why Sam is perfect for Captain America. Perfect to be Captain America. John Walker wouldn't have done that. John Walker would have probably killed her himself.
And that's where we get the famous Cain and Abel shot that that people always use.
Arkham City. Arkham City kind of
baby.
spoiled me on that one, huh?
That's a classic.
Yeah, that one. That's a very famous shot. It's just someone holding a dead person. Nothing to see here. And she dies. She's dead. And then Wilson makes the big speech. Captain America making that big speech, man.
Boy, that's the highlight of the episode for sure. That's the moment where you really feel he's Cap, and that's where my head was at.
Basically,
at least.
he just calls them out on their bullshit.
Of course, he says, the government's bullshit. They're treating all these people wrong, and you guys should know better.
Figure it out. He's basically yelling at them to figure it the fuck out.
And with everything happening in the last few years, the people there are saying how, they understand the struggle. They've been going through shit too with the blip and everything. And Sam makes the point, well, if that's the case and you really understand the struggle, then you should really be doing more to help them if you truly feel their pain.
Instead of trying to kick them out, maybe try to find them new homes.
Yeah, it's do better. It's do better. That's basically his message.
Better. Sam's gonna hold them accountable. He said
you know what? It 100% worked.
It definitely worked, and and the whole world saw that too, and it's just like this guy is perfect, is a perfect successor to Steve. He just carries the ideals, the morals that Steve had, and he's perfect to be Captain America, and obviously he brings his own wings too, which is cool. Captain America with wings. So it's just perfect, man. And I'm so happy to see this. If you told me back in 2011 when the first Captain America came out that Steve would have that big huge arc and then Sam Wilson would take over and it would be perfect. Come on, that's pretty awesome. And you also have Bucky as well, and they nailed Bucky because Bucky was going to be a hard character to do in live action because in the comics Bucky was a kid, so he was a kid sidekick, but they nailed Bucky, and I'm just very happy overall. And then moving on, that speech was awesome. The Flag Smashers, the remaining Flag Smashers, died. They got blown up by Zemo's butler. I can't pronounce Zemo's butler's name. It's Oznik, I believe it is. And so Zemo, that dude, he's awesome, man. Zemo is he could be in prison and he figures out a way to get
Fisk during all of Daredevil.
It's almost a Fisk kind of Lex Luthor-ish kind of thing. It's pretty ridiculous. It's pretty awesome, man. So yeah, the remaining Flag Smashers, they get caught by Bucky. That's what Bucky's been doing this entire episode. And Bucky, before we get into that, he had a really nice conversation with Carly, and Carly was like, with all the bodies that you piled up, can you say that you're good? And it's that kind of calls back to the first episode, right? Where Bucky's questioning. Well, he can't sleep at night because of his past life as the Winter Soldier. And so that's kind of completes the arc. And it's like Bucky's become comfortable with himself, and that was a big arc throughout this show. It shows that Bucky is becoming more independent, and Bucky is almost forgiving himself for things that weren't his fault. And even if that old man didn't forgive him, we never got an answer. Bucky laid it all out there, explained himself, and now he can go on with his life and be a better person and be a hero. And that's a really great arc. And I can't wait to see it expanded upon. I don't know if this gets a second season, probably a variation. Maybe Winter Soldier gets his own show.
I don't know. Because the thing is, I feel like the movie might be what the second season.
Yeah, that's basically what I mean. It feels like Captain America 4 is going to be the season 2, just as a 2-hour movie. So Bucky and John Walker were the ones that track it down, track down the Flag Smashers. There was a great scene with Falcon, where John Walker tries to save that truck as well. There's a lot of really cool stuff, like the aerial scene with the I believe it was a helicopter, and Sam had to figure out a way to save the hostages. And that was just a really cool scene. The action was pretty on point throughout the series. They spent a lot of money on this show, $150 million budget, for 6 hours. So there's just a lot of cool action in this episode. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. I'm stupid. It happens. But they catch the Flag Smashers. Zemo's butler blows them up, and that's it. The Flag Smashers are all dead. None of the Flag Smashers survived. And, I think in the future that could spark something as well. I think there could be a movement after the Flag Smashers because of their deaths. Like, they're almost going to be like martyrs, if that makes sense. Like, I think there could be something like that. I don't think that this story is over, per se. What do you think?
I'm honestly not sure. I can see that happening, but it's interesting though, because that's the end of, at least seemingly, aside from Walker, Bucky, and the obvious ones. No more super soldiers. Then I'm guessing, right? Unless we don't know about, but
yeah, very interesting.
And also obviously the guy that made the serum is dead now. So
exactly.
So I guess that would technically, hopefully, be the official end of super soldiers.
John Walker took the serum, that last remaining vial.
Yep.
So it's almost like Captain America was the first Avenger and John Walker is the last super soldier.
I think it would be pretty poetic if they kind of do it like if they're making another group, let's say, with the Dreyfus character.
Oh, they definitely are.
If that's what I'm saying, like John Walker is the first member of that, just like Cap is the first Avenger, kind of.
I've heard she's in Black Widow as well.
Really?
Yes, she's important. I think she may recruit Yelena. I think there's something going on there. I can't wait to see.
I don't know. Because it's so weird, because it can't be Thunderbolts, I don't think, because that's Thunderbolt Ross. That's his group. So that would be kind of dumb unless they decided to straight up just do a whole new take on it, which they can because Marvel likes to do that. But I'm honestly not sure as of now.
Yep, and Walker got the U.S. agent suit officially. It's just basically black version of his Captain America suit with the A on the forehead covered now because he's no longer Captain America. He's U.S. agent.
Yeah.
Pretty badass suit.
Oh, I love it.
They basically just did the comic book suit. That's what I love about modern superhero movies is like they're not. It feels like nobody's hiding the comic bookness anymore. It's like let's do the comic book suit. Obviously, they make it practical as well. So it translates to live action. But like, I don't think you'll see another situation like Iron Fist, where like Iron Fist felt like it just wouldn't give Danny the suit. It's like, give him the suit. Well, I mean, goddamn. And I think obviously they gave Daredevil the suit as well, and there are some aspects of Daredevil's suit that I really like, and there's some aspects that could be improved upon, and that's why I'm so excited for the MCU. The MCU costume designers are on point. Let's be honest. I'm just so excited. I'm sorry, I rambled back to Daredevil. I love Daredevil. Sue me. But yes, John Walker got a suit. They're building something with Walker and the Dreyfus character. Nobody knows what though. She is, I believe her comic book name is Miss Hydra or.
Well, if that's actually who they're doing, I'm not
Yes.
sure if that's like a or not. I don't think it is as of now, but
Yes. So give me a second. Give me a second. It's yeah. So it might be Madam Hydra. No, 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 no. No, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I take it back. I take it back. Uh, I'm sorry. Give me a moment. I need to know now. I have this like.
yeah, no, that's not officially her. Like, it could end up being if they change it up, but no,
What do you mean it's
it's a
not officially her?
no. I mean, as in Madam Hydra, that's not her name, Val or whatever she's going by. If it is her, it's not her real name. So
Hmm.
it's not Madam Hydra unless it's a fake name or they're just changing up the story
Yes.
entirely.
Her notable aliases are Madam Hydra. So, but there's also another Madam Hydra, apparently. So who knows? Whatever. She's bad. She's doing something. She's a fictional espionage agent. So she's like a spy. They're doing spy shit now, which is pretty cool. Uh, very interesting. I huh. Yes. So in an article published in Vanity Fair, it was revealed that Dreyfus was supposed to make her first appearance as Fontaine in Black Widow. So I don't know if the cameo got cut or if they're just keeping that cameo in there, and that's going to be her second cameo. That was just supposed to be her first, like it was just reordered. But yes, so they're setting something up. If she's supposed to be in all of this shit, like they're doing something. It's pretty clear they're doing something. You're going to see John Walker very soon. I wonder where though.
I think well,
Maybe
definitely Cap
Cat
4.
4. Yeah.
No, definitely Cap 4, I think, but outside of that, I mean, if they end up doing a project for whatever group he's head of, then maybe that, or maybe just small appearances in other shows I
He
can't
leads
think
a
of off
lot
the top of
of
my head.
he leads a lot of teams in the comic books. I saw his I read his his Wikipedia. He leads a few teams. Dark
Yeah,
Avengers.
he'll make his appearances, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
So yes, he got the suit. Bucky makes amends with everyone he hurt. The list got crossed off. It's very interesting that he gave the list to his therapist because that list, that little notebook was Steve's. So it's very interesting that he gave it up.
Well, it's
And
also him moving on, I would say,
hmm, you think
because he always said in the past how
is Steve dead, by the way?
it's not official, but the thing is though, I have reasons to believe he might not be, but like I
Maybe
don't
he
know.
went back or something. I don't know. Either
Because there's at least a chance he might have. This is a total rumor, but like supposedly he might have actually filmed a cameo in that show that never got used.
hmm.
But it's also possible that the cameo could have been a flashback of him, maybe when he's close to dying with Bucky or something. There could be a lot of different things. He obviously didn't just die like right after Endgame. I'm sure he was around for at least a few months or something if he did die.
Hmm. It's
So I
very
don't know.
interesting. Very interesting. Whatever, it is what it is. There's no biggie. Doesn't matter. But I think there was probably something that they'd cut, but whatever. Stop cutting stuff in these shows, by the way. Stop doing that. Just release the full episodes. But
Well,
whatever.
it depends. Like in the case of WandaVision, is because they literally just didn't have time to finish certain things, so that's
Yeah,
different.
that's fine. If there's like CGI that wasn't finished, then fine,
Because yeah,
whatever.
and that's exactly what it was. So
But like if you just like if there are regular scenes that should be kept in, just keep them in. I mean, but
well, it
whatever.
depends. They might whatever. They might have just taken them out because they didn't feel fit. But I'm not gonna say because I don't know if they even exist. They might not even be a thing.
Pussy shit. Whatever. Yeah, so then we get the scene where, he takes Isaiah and Eli to the Smithsonian and shows the Isaiah Bradley statue. and now nobody will ever forget. So that's a very good job by Sam using his influence to make Isaiah's history known to the world. You know, he deserves to be recognized for all he did and what he went through. And you know, that was just a very beautiful scene, and it gave Isaiah some closure, I would say. You know, it gave him like people now know who he is and what he did, what he went through, and you know, there's just a beautiful ending to that part of the story. I wonder if we'll see him more, but the actor did a tremendous job throughout the show too. So yeah, very cool, very cool.
Do you have any more thoughts on this, or?
No, not really. I mean, obviously we did get one mid-credit scene. You know,
Well, yeah, but we talked about it already, basically.
yeah, we did.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing, basically. It's just
Yeah, she's
officially
power
showing
government.
that.
She's gonna use her
Yeah,
power to sell government secrets and stuff.
yeah, that's my
So,
point.
and
So,
that's where Armor Wars we think is gonna play a factor. So
yeah,
yes, so very interesting. Good episode. Very good episode.
yeah, great job, and I'm content and I'm good with this show. I'm just waiting for the next one now. Hopefully, Loki will come sooner rather
Mm-hmm.
than later, because I need it.
Exactly. I think, I think the show is like one of those things where it's like better when you combine all the episodes into one. I think as now that all the episodes have been unlocked, it works, as a 6 hour movie better than it does as a 1 weekly show. So
Yeah,
like now that you can watch all 6 episodes at once, you can really you know, see it through, I guess you can say. And yeah, whereas WandaVision was very much, a TV show in a lot of ways, which was very cool. Yeah, it's just I like to see different formats, so I'm very happy with that. So yeah, I think I'll give this an 8.
yeah, I'll give it a 9. I'm thrilled with it. I think Loki, I'm gonna call it now, is gonna end up being the best show this year.
You know,
I'm gonna make that pick.
initially I wasn't too intrigued by Loki, but it seems as if Loki is gonna have some big MCU consequences.
Oh no, that's a definite. I mean, it's
Like,
all about basically going into different timelines and fixing
yeah,
things, I think. So
so
that's gonna be pretty
like
big. But
so like initially I'm like, well, it feels like this is just completely separate from everything, which I like most of the time. I was just wondering like how exactly, since the Marvel Cinematic Universe, it usually just fits in like certain, like every project they do has a cause and effect, throughout the universe. So I was just like, where does this fit? And it seems like this is going to have a major fit. So I'm very interested to see this. I mean, like you said, multiple timelines, multiverse potentially, I guess you can say. Obviously the Owen Wilson character is very intriguing. It just looks like something that is actually going to uh, be important to what we're doing going forward.
yeah.
So I'm excited. Go Loki. Good to see Hiddleston back too.
All right. Well, I got no more thoughts on this. I'm all good. I'm just gonna. Hopefully, we'll have some new shit to talk about next episode, whether it's news or we do another review. We'll figure it out. But until then, this has been great as always, Tom. And I'll see you next time on Cape Time. See you, everybody.
Peace.